Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today we will be going over Microsoft pausing forced Copilot app installs on Windows 11, Anthropic doubling Claude usage limits during off-peak hours, a Microsoft Copilot leadership reshuffle that hints at an OpenAI-free future, and OpenAI Codex Security picking up steam among developers. So let us get into it. Microsoft has hit the brakes on automatically installing the Microsoft 365 Copilot app on Windows 11 devices. If you recall, back in September 2025, Microsoft announced plans to auto-install the Copilot app across Windows devices that already had Microsoft 365 desktop apps. That broad rollout was originally slated to begin in December 2025. The app would have just shown up in your Start menu, enabled by default without you really asking for it. Well, a Microsoft 365 Message Center update confirmed that this automatic installation has now been temporarily disabled. The notice is pretty straightforward, stating, quote, "Automatic installation is temporarily disabled," end quote. Now, if you already have it installed, nothing changes for you. It stays put. But new forced installs are on hold for the time being. Admins can still manage things manually through the app's admin center if they want to push it out to their organizations. This is part of a broader pattern we have been seeing from Microsoft in 2026. It reportedly also scrapped earlier plans to weave Copilot more deeply into Windows notifications and the Settings app. The reasoning seems clear. There has been growing pushback from both enterprise IT admins and everyday consumers who feel like AI features are being shoved into every corner of their operating system without consent. The word bloatware has come up a lot, so Microsoft appears to be recalibrating how aggressively it bundles Copilot into the Windows experience, which honestly seems like a smart move if they want to keep goodwill intact while still pushing the product forward. Now over at Anthropic, they are taking a different approach to keeping users happy. The company announced a temporary promotion where Claude usage limits are doubled during off-peak hours. This applies across the board to free, Pro, Max, and Team plans. And it also includes Claude Code, which is a big deal for developers who run extended coding sessions. The way it works is you get double the usual usage all day on weekends. And on weekdays you get the boost outside of peak hours, which Anthropic defines as 5 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. No opt-in is required. It just kicks in automatically. Anthropic framed this as a thank you to users, saying, quote, "We're doubling usage outside our peak hours for the next 2 weeks," end quote. The promotion runs through March 26th, so it is a limited time thing. As one Reddit user pointed out, quote, "Only until the 26th of March. It's a promo, not a feature," end quote. Fair enough. But the context here matters. There have been a lot of complaints recently about Claude outages and usage caps frustrating people, especially power users and developers who rely on the tool throughout the day. By shifting extra capacity to off-peak windows, Anthropic is also effectively doing some load balancing, spreading out demand so the infrastructure does not get hammered during the busiest hours. It is a practical move that also doubles as a customer relations win, even if it is temporary. Now back to Microsoft, because there is a second story involving Copilot that is arguably even more significant from a strategic standpoint. A leadership reshuffle within the Copilot organization has been making waves, and reporting from Windows Central characterized the move as Microsoft, quote, "building toward an OpenAI-free future," end quote. That is a pretty bold framing, but when you look at what has been happening, it tracks. Microsoft has invested billions into OpenAI and built much of the Copilot experience around OpenAI models. But over the past several months, we have seen Microsoft quietly integrating other model providers into the Copilot ecosystem, including Anthropic. This leadership restructuring appears to be laying the groundwork for a more model-agnostic approach, where Copilot is not locked into any single external model provider. From an enterprise customer perspective, this makes a lot of sense. Large organizations increasingly want flexibility. They want governance control over which models are being used, and they want the ability to swap or combine models based on performance, cost, or compliance needs. By diversifying its AI stack internally, Microsoft positions Copilot as a platform that can adapt, rather than one that lives or dies by a single partnership. It does not mean the OpenAI relationship is ending, but it does suggest Microsoft is building optionality into its long-term AI strategy, which is a mature and pragmatic move. And finally, OpenAI has been getting attention this week for Codex Security, a new addition to its Codex agent family. Codex Security is described as an application security agent designed to identify and propose fixes for software vulnerabilities. So rather than just helping you write code, this tool is meant to help you find the holes in code that could be exploited. Developer communities started buzzing about it this week, as people got a closer look at what it can do. The documentation describes it as purpose-built for security workflows, which puts it squarely in the DevSecOps space. This is a meaningful expansion for OpenAI, because security review has traditionally been a time-consuming, expert-driven process. If an AI agent can reliably scan for vulnerabilities and suggest patches, that saves development teams enormous amounts of time and potentially catches issues that might slip through manual review. It also represents OpenAI pushing further into high-value enterprise use cases, where the stakes are real and the willingness to pay is high. Automated security remediation is becoming a competitive battleground, with other models and platforms also making moves in this direction. So OpenAI planting its flag here with a dedicated agent is a clear signal about where they see opportunity.
Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.